Jai Mata. Charanam Sharanam Ramambige. Charanam Sharanam Trayambage. We felt as if the earth itself was shaking under the power of that divine foot. Soon the Ashtotara was over, but still Mother did not come down to body consciousness. A great urge rose in our hearts to worship her with the Durga Nama, which we are reciting daily. But the fear lingered that she might descend from the Mahabhava and not receive the worship. So, like nervous children, we started the first line, Om Him Durgaye Namah. The moment it was uttered, with a move of force and grace, Mother turned and faced us. Her body began to sway from side to side, and on her face was the light of divine Ananda. The glorious Durga, she of power and beauty, was indeed before us, intimate and immediate, the hands assuming the Varada Abhaya Mudra and receiving our heart's worship. We forgot ourselves and the world around us as bliss filled us. One by one, the beautiful names of Durga thrilled the listeners. At the conclusion, Aradhis were brought, and we were blessed to offer 5 Aradhis at those lotus feet. More slokas on Devi were sung by the devotees. Mother remained deeply absorbed, and later, still in silence, she left. For us, it was divine fulfillment. The mother's command from the Trichur shrine to worship her as Durga crystallized as veritable truth, for without any premeditation, she came as Mother Durga to receive our worship. We were as in a dream. O Divine Mother, thine energy pervades this entire universe. Thou art the power of diverse presiding deities. Thou art the object of worship of all the gods and sages. Do thou bestow on us what is auspicious. We bow down to thee in devotion. This beautiful verse from Devi Mahatmya rose in our hearts. The next morning, we went to take leave of Mother. She was still in a withdrawn, unapproachable mood. My husband told Mother of the impending crisis foretold in my life and how pilgrimages and penances were prescribed. Usually, in such cases, Mother used to say that her blessings were there, and if we desired, we should do what was prescribed. But Mother remained silent, and my husband continued that after the age of 50, no life was foretold for me. Then Mother's eyes flashed, and it was as if power blazed forth from her when she said, Come, child, prostrate in humble surrender at these feet. Kashi Rameshwaram and all pilgrimages abide in Devi's charanas. Look after your mother with love and serve the mandir there. Nothing else need be done. Mother will protect you. Her saving grace will be with you. With these words of blessings ringing in our ears, we went back to Trichur, our hearts filled with peace and bliss. A few weeks passed thus. Then one day, a great friend of ours, Mrs. Sharada Krishnatambi, came to see us on her way back from Mangalore. Her faith and love for Mother were unique, and she had worked for the mission as secretary in the Trivandrum Mandali. She said Mother was still in Mahakali Bhava, coming down to earthly consciousness only rarely. It was some time since Mother had visited Trivandrum, and Sharadakan asked my husband if he could suggest some propitiatory puja that the Mandali could do to attract mother to Trivandrum. My husband told her about our experience of the Durga Nama and suggested they do the japa for 41 days. So immediately on her return to Trivandrum, the Mandali there started the Durga Puja. On the concluding day, a Chandika Homa was also performed, and as it was reaching its final stages, they got a message from mother that she was arriving in Trivandrum on the 8th of November 1961. Great was their joy, for mother was arriving there after a lapse of 3 years. Mother on her way stayed at Trichur for a week, and later we accompanied her to Trivandrum. The Mandali there had been planning to have a Shanti Deepam which would be kept alight till the Ashtagraha Yoga was over. They hoped and prayed that mother would light the Deepam. They had also planned a Namayajna for 110 days. The opening day of the Yajna was a grand function. Princess Kartika Tirunal of Travancore royal family did the flag hoisting ceremony. The function was attended by the royal family and other prominent people of the city. Mother was staying with my sister-in-law, Mrs. K.P. Padmanabha Pillai, at her house, Leela Vilas, which was almost in front of the mother. As mother came into the mandir, a good reception was given and we could see mother was in an exalted bhava. The mandir was beautifully decorated with lamps and flowers. It came as a surprise to all when mother lit the deepam chanting the powerful Navakshari mantra. In a state of divine ecstasy, mother declared that in lighting the jyoti, she had kindled the inner light in everybody there. The listeners were caught up in the Navakshari as mother, repeating the mantra, went amidst devotees exhorting them to repeat the mantra with her. Still in that bhava, mother entered the shrine and holding the pillar went into samadhi. Arati was performed at the lotus feet. Mother shone as the supreme power Durga, and all the devotees were blessed to offer flowers at those divine feet. Here, I must go back to the year 1954. Great yajnas of Ramanam were going on in the homes of devotees at Trivandrum. Navaratri was fast approaching and we were planning a celebration on a grand scale that year. The weekly bhajans were then being held at Meenakshi Mandir, where mother stayed during her visits to Trivandrum. One night, my husband had a wonderful vision of mother asking him to do the Navakshari mantra during the Navaratri as propitiation of Devi. My husband knew of the mantra from Devi Mahatmya, but it was Sri Kumaragam Parameswaram Pillai who explained the significance and meaning of the mantra to the Mandali. With absolute faith, the mantra was chanted by the devotees during Navaratri while offering Archana at mother's photo. The power of Devi was palpably felt by one and all. At that time, Sri Pokkat Raghavan Pillai, a devoted disciple of Mother at Trivandrum, was striving earnestly to get some land from the government to build a mandir. Significantly, it was during this Navaratri that as a miraculous gift from Devi, sanction for the land came from the government. The land was almost opposite our house. It was a prominent place right in the heart of the city, and from then on the Mandali started efforts to build the mandir. Coming back to 1961, the Shanti Deepam was kept alight for 110 days as planned. During those days, it shone as the manifestation of Mother's power. Mother declared that the Navakshari and the Shanti Deepam were powerful enough to keep at bay the malefic influence of the Ashtagrahas. Looking back now, it is possible to see the meaning of the powerful Navakshari mantra coming and how the Ramanam gave way to that most powerful invocation of Devi. To every person who sought Mother gave this mantra. Gradually, Navakshari mantra was taken up by all Mandalis, and powerful waves of Shakti inundated the hearts of devotees, invoking the all merciful grace of Durga. From Trivandrum, Mother proceeded to Kayankulam on 22/11/61. There too, Mother blessed the devotees, urging them to repeat the Japa of Navakshari. The most important function at Kayamkulam was Mother's visit to Ochira on 26/11/61. The great temple there is called Ochira Parabrahma Swarupa because in the shrine there is no idol. The annual festival was being celebrated there when Mother visited the temple as a guest of the Hindu Mother Convention held there. A vast sea of humanity had gathered in the open space in front of the temple. My husband was worried seeing the crowd, for they were not the type of people who came for her talks. It was a mixed, vast gathering, and he feared they would not listen to her with respect or reverence. But it was a needless worry, for from the moment Mother started speaking, there was pin drop silence. Sharanam Sharanam Ramambige, Charanam Sharanam Trayambage. Jai Mother.